Hi guys! Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make one of these little Valentine goodie bags. So I'm just going to show you this one. Whether you can see real good or not. There. Now you should be able to see good. So this is what it is, and I'm going to take it all apart so you can see all the parts inside, and then we'll get started on the video to show you how to do it. So on the front here, you can see there's all little pins, and this is little Tim Holtz thing that's holding the ticket, and these I made out of the Filmo clay and then baked it, and this is just the white distress ink inside, and then so these are real simple to make. They don't take that long, and they make really cute accents. And then just just a little bow. So let's start taking stuff out. Let's show it to you. So this one, I'm going to show you how to make these. Let's set that down. This is just like a little ATC pocket, and it has another one of the little Filmo. I made this one into a button on the top, and then inside there's just a little Valentine. There she is. Isn't she just adorable? And I put like a little clear pocket right here with just some little hearts and sequins and stuff, and then on the back there's a stamp. So this is just a fun little goodie pack to give to someone, you know, a loved one, one of your family members, friends, whoever. There's another little card inside, and all these images that you see on this one and the one that we're going to make are all available on the freebies blog, which is going to be linked at the bottom of this video. Okay, there's candy in these too. It's hard to make sure you can see it and hold it at the same time, but here's the little, and then there's just a little pack of M&Ms on the back. This one's got a lollipop, and it's just the old timey vintage Valentines, and the two from on the back. And then the card I made, and on here is just a little pin with a little butterfly pin with little trinkets hanging off of it, and just lots of layers here. And then under on the inside, this is what the inside looks like. So this whole thing is pretty simple to do. This is just made with a little paper bag, like a lunch bag. So I'll have the supplies list up, and when we come back we'll get started on the tutorial. Okay, I got my coffee, got my supplies, got my camera turned around the way I want it, so let's get started. First thing you're going to need is just a regular lunch bag. These I got at Target. They had colored ones there. Walmart only had the brown ones, and the ones at Michael's, I only found the real small ones, and there weren't very many in a package. They were kind of expensive. But Target had white, red, and blue. And so for this one I'm going to use the white one, but I'm also making a few using the red one as well. So first thing you want to do with your little bag here is you want this part gone. Right here. So we're just going to fold it together, stick it under here, and it doesn't much matter where you cut it as long as you get it off. And there you go. See? Now the rest of this is pretty simple. This is the little, there's two sides. One has just the flat side and one has this. So you're going to want to fold it up to meet where this little thing is here. And then this you can make as big or as small as you want. For me, I want it to be about right there. And then nice crease. This little folder. So once you have this way, next thing you want to do is you want to cut your paper, your pattern paper. This is pretty flimsy, but once you stick the cardstock, you know, the pretty pattern cardstock on it, it'll get real strong. So for this one, the paper that I decided to use for this one that I'm doing right now is this one. It's just the K & Company, and I can't find a name on it anywhere of what kind it is, but it has some real pretty reds and pinks and greens and blues in it that I thought would be nice for this, that are plain. I couldn't really find any Valentine's paper that I liked that didn't look like little kid paper, and that really doesn't go with my style, with my vintage Valentines. So this one, I'm going to put this side here because I'm going to be decorating it. So I want to measure and cut, and for me, because every bag is different, even the different colored bags are different in size. I'm just going to, they're 5 inches across, so a little over 5, so I just cut mine at 5, and then I'm just going to trim off where I marked with my pencil. So this one's going to go here. And then for this one, I just take one of these, and then at the very top, right in the middle, just kind of eyeball it and just take off a little bit. It doesn't have to be anything perfect because you're going to cover most of this anyway, but there's the bottom part right here. And when I attach it, before I attach it, I distress all my edges so it'll look right. This is the one that I'm going to use for the top up here. But I'm going to do something a little bit different with the top. So I'm not going to measure it out yet. I got a couple of new little punches and I wanted to try them out, like this one here. So I thought this might look kind of pretty. Bear with me though, because I haven't tried this yet. I'm going to do it over here so I don't have little pieces in there. So you may not be able to see what I'm doing. Thank goodness for editing, so you don't have to watch every little detail of everything that I do. I have found that if you want your little image to come out pretty much in the middle, don't start on the edges. Start it right in the middle of your paper and then move to the sides from there. Otherwise your top thing will be all lopsided. There. So this is, oh, that's so pretty. That was a good idea. So this is what's going to go up here on the top, on the inside. So once you've done this, then you just have to figure out where you want to end your paper. So it doesn't need to go very far down because your bottom pocket is going to cover. So, but just far enough to keep it stable. There it is. So this one's here. And this one is here. So here's what this one's going to end up being like. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm going to distress them up real quick and then attach them. Perfect. Then I'm going to glue them down. And for this one, I'm just going to use this because this is the quick dry. And it only need a little tiny bit to attach it. So I'm just going to go around like this. And I want to make sure that the top is going to be attached. I don't want it to pull and then rip. So here's this one. And this stuff dries pretty fast, so if you don't do it quick enough, I'm just going to use this to wipe off the bottom glue. I don't want my pocket sticking to this. Okay, then this one is going to attach here. There's a nice pretty purple on the other side, but I'm not using anything purple on this one, so the purple gets covered. And then attach this one. And if you want to do some more distressing to the edges of the bag, you can because you're not going to really attach these two things together until later, so this will be open for a little while. So now that the basic part of the bag is done, we're just going to set this aside, and I'm going to show you how to make it's called an ATC pocket, and this is the one from the other one. I'm going to show you how to put this together and the card on the inside. So for this one, I've already pre-cut most of my stuff here, and I wrote down my instructions. So this whole piece of paper, all you need to do is cut out a double-sided, pretty color here, and it's going to be 6 inches across by 5.5 inches long. So once you've got your paper cut to that size, you're going to put it on here, and you want the 6-inch side this way, the long way, and you're going to score this at your first side is at 1 5/8 is going to be the first score line. The second score line is going to be 4 3/8. Okay, then you're going to turn it like so, and you're going to score again. This time you're going to score at 1 1/8, and then you're going to score again at 4 7/8. Okay, once that's done, you want to take it off, and you see all these little corners right here? You want all the corners gone. I put little X's on them. I don't know how well you can see them, but you're just going to cut them off. Once you have your little corners cut off, these little excess pieces, if you have a corner rounder of some type and you want to round off these corners, you go ahead and do that. It just makes it look prettier. If you don't, you can do it by hand, or a little trick before I got a corner rounder was take a ribbon spool, which I have one sitting right here. You can take a ribbon spool and just put it right there and draw your circle end so it's like perfectly even, and then trim it that way if you don't have a corner piece. So I'm going to use the 1/2 inch one, and I'm going to do all the corners. So once you have this, then it's just a matter of, folding it and taping it down. So you want the smaller one first, and then the larger one, and you're going to tape, right here. And then this one, the bottom piece, you're going to tape up. And then this one is your down. So this is what it would look like if you were to close it. I like to leave it open because I like to put my little, decorate it and make it look cute. So that's what, I don't close it up, but you can. Let me get my tape. So I'm just going to put a piece here. I've had a few people ask me where I get this tape, and it's at one of those, I think it's called Scrapbook, and it's $1 a roll, and they have all different sizes, and whenever I order from them, I order several rolls of multiple sizes, and it actually works really well. I heard some people before say that they didn't like it as well as the score tape because it didn't hold as well, and maybe it has to do with your climate or whatever. I've never had a problem with it holding. As a matter of fact, if I mess up and I want to take it off, if I don't take it right away, it's not coming off. The paper will get ruined. So I know it holds really well. So once this is finished, your inside card that you're going to be able to put in here is going to measure 2.5 by like 3.5 is what will fit in here. So you can make any little cards that you want to go in there. I just happen to I have some already done here, and these are the right sizes, and they have stuff on the front and back already. These I think I got from Crafty Secrets, and they fit perfectly right inside. That's just like that. Then you want to do your decorating on the outside, so you'll pick an image, whatever image you want to put on the outside, and all of these little images I put on the website, on the freebies one, so you can, you know, go on the freebies site and you can print them off, and I think that one will look really cute right there. So I'm going to put this one, and I'm going to put one of my little bows over here and one of my buttons up here. Okay, so here it is, all finished. And all I did was attach this, I made my bow, I sewed on my little heart embellishment here, and then I just put a little stamp at the bottom that says "Be Mine" with a heart, and the little cards are inside. So this thing is finished now, and you can set that one aside and move on to the next thing. So next, what we can do is start decorating this. Okay, so for this one, what I decided I wanted to do was use up some of the things that I had already made. So I think I'm going to use this flower, and this is one of the ones that I made in the tutorial where I showed you how to make the shabby chic flowers. And then there's some little leaves, those are from Prima, and some more little tiny flowers. I have all kinds of goodies. And we're just going to layer everything. So first layer that's going to go down is this, and this is what's going to help hold your card together in the back, see? So you'll bring it all the way around and then attach it here. So just trim it where you need to, and then for me, I'm going to hot glue it down because this is really thick, so I want to make sure it's going to stay down. But if you have something thinner, or even one that you make out of paper, you can just glue it with regular glue. But I don't want it to come off, so I have to move out of camera for just a second because this doesn't reach that far for me. Okay, so there's the lace. And now my bag is closed up. And then I'm going to just put my leaves down. That'll be okay. I hope that'll be okay since I already glued them down. Then we want this. I'm going to put a nice fat blob of glue on this one. And I want him to go right there. You can do much more like delicate flowers. I have tons and tons of the Prima flowers, and as I make more of these, it'll be all different kinds of flowers that I use on them. But I thought the colors on this one were so pretty, so that's why I picked this one. Then these little flowers, I'm going to set one here, and then I want this one. That one's pretty. I'm going to kind of tuck it under here like so. Actually, move it over just a little bit before that dries completely, because I got one of these. Isn't that just so cute? It came in one of those little packs that I got at the Scrapbook Expo last year, and it was from that same company that I told you about with the tape. And it was in like a little Valentine's Day pack. I love little packs full of things and you don't know what it is until you open it. And this was in there, along with a lot of other stuff. So adorable. I thought the little Cupid would look so cute right there. I keep saying cute. Put this flower, where do we want this one? I'm going to put this one right here. There we go. And then these are from Magnolia Stamp Company. I have quite a few Magnolia stamps, and I get their little doohickey dies, and when I saw these I had to have them. of glue everywhere. I'm just going to shove that down inside there. There we go. And then this little guy, I just took this shape. I can't remember what they came in, but I had a bunch of them sitting around. But you can do it on like a blank ticket. There's lots of pictures of downloads of tickets that are blank that you can do and then stamp love on it. Or you can get one of the stamps that are, one of the tickets that are on the website, on the freebies page, and do this. And this is just one of those little Tim Holtz little round things that you put a pin on the end. And I'm just going to shove it in here. And I'm just going to work it through my lace so it'll stay in place. There's that one. And then I made one of these, and I'm going to attach to it. And it's just a pin. It's got a little bottom to it. And I just took my some glass beads and the glossy accents, and you tip it upside down, put your beads on it, and then put the glossy accents on the bottom bead, here, both ends of the bottom bead, so it won't move. And this particular type of pin had a little eye on the top where you could dangle something, and so I made these little charms, little heart charms, from the shrink plastic, and then I just used the glossy accents and the colored beads and just colored them, you know, covered it with that and let it dry. So this one, I'm just going to put right here. There. So I'm going to play with it some more when I have a minute to stick it in there more sideways, but you get the idea. This is where this one is going to go. And I might take this off and flip it around because it seems like it's facing in the wrong direction. So, but I'll do that later. So this is what the front of the card is going to look like. And we'll put this aside because now I'm done with this part. Now I'm doing everything that goes on the inside. So we have 2 parts of it done. Next is, if you saw the Kewpies on the website, what I did is I took this one that's on there and I fussy cut it out, and then I just stuck it to a piece of pink lace, took some pink and white twine and a little heart, a little plastic heart, and I just tied it on to an M&M's pack. And so that's going to go inside. Then these are some more of the big ones. There's another Kewpie from the website, and this I just rounded the corners, and I'll show you because I'm going to make another one of these. And this is one of these is where the lollipop is going to go, and I'm going to punch the holes and then put the lollipop through. But this one is completed, and then I left this one to do with you. And it's the same thing, you know, this is going to go here, and I want to do the little border on top. So again, if you want your image to come out right in the middle and not be all lopsided, you have to set this up in the middle, push it down, and then see how you're in the middle? Then you line it up on the sides, on either side, and then you'll be much happier than getting a lopsided one. There. So this is going to be the top of it, and then I'm just going to attach him after I round the corners. So once you're done with this part, you have him and this one, and I've got lollipop, and so I'm going to put the lollipop on this one. So you just have to decide where you want to punch the holes, and then you just need to punch 2 holes kind of far enough apart to where the whole thing doesn't bend. So I'm probably going to do more like one here and one here. Okay, and then you just put it in. Just feed it through the holes, just like the ones that you give when you're a kid. And there it is, all done. And then on the back, like I did on the other one, to finish it off, you can, you know, put like the little stamp to from on the back, be my Valentine, whatever, you know, you want to do to finish it off on the back. And then you also can finish this more on the front like I did with this one. Just some stickles to give it a little bit of sparkle on the sides. Nothing exciting, but on this one I stamped this on the back. So it's just a regular card. And so those are completed. And the last thing you're going to do is you're going to make the card that goes on the inside. So one of the things that I did that's a little bit different, if you know how to crochet, you can do this. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's actually really simple to do. If you don't know how to crochet, then just any doily that you want to use, if you want to do it that way, you can. This one I crocheted, and this thing in the middle was just this die right here, and it's just circle scallop from Sizzix. It's just this one here, and it looks like this without all the little holes. So it comes out without the little holes. And then I just went through with my crocodile, and I punched a little hole in each one. And then took this kind of thin yarn. You don't want anything thick or else it's going to be too wide. So the thin, almost string-sized yarn, and I went through all the holes, sewed in and out of each one of the holes, and then just crocheted to each one of the pieces. A little circle, just like as if you were making a doily. So this is going to be the top of my card, and then the base of my card. The base of my card is these, which were the little cards that were left over from when I did the tutorial that had the envelopes. I made the envelope mini out of them. So these are the actual cards that, since we used the envelopes, that were left over. So this one is like a scallop shaped one, and it's going to work out perfect for this. So what I did was just take the card itself, and I, just distressed it, and then I'm going to attach my doily. Is going to, and I put it together, attached it to itself, because this one is just going to be one that flips over front and back. And then I'm going to attach my doily to the top like this, and then on the back I distressed it, and then I did a little bit of red around the edges with some chalk. It's just the color box red. On the back of it I cut out some circles that will fit right like this. And this around the outside is just a stamp. I stamped all the way around and then colored it in with my Copic markers just so it wasn't plain looking. And then I made that same die that I showed you for this. I cut this out, and it just says, a little saying on it, and I wrote it in a circle because it's a circle. I thought it would look cool. And then I'm just going to attach it to the middle, and this will be the back of your card. So front of the card, flip it over, back of the card. And then on the front of the card, another one of the things on the website, and I just, found one of my circles to cut it out with that was the right size, and this is what I'm going to use. And then I just did a little bit of glitter, the real fine glitter around the outside edge to give it a little bit of sparkle. And he's just going to go right here in the middle, so he'll attach right there. And then this I made out of the Filmo clay, just like all the other ones, but this is going to go, and I'm going to sew it onto right here. So this is what your card is going to look like, but this will be more sewn on the way it's supposed to be. And look all pretty. So it'll kind of look like that. And this will be the card that goes inside the bag. And that's going to pretty much be the end of it. That's everything that goes inside this card, and once it's all put together, I'll show you the whole thing so you can see it all done, because I'm going to attach all of this, but you don't have to watch me do all that, because you don't need to see that. This is just real simple sewing, just like you would sew anything else. You're just going to sew it to the actual doily part. Like I was saying before, if you can't crochet, don't know how to crochet, or this is too much work for you, any doily that you can find, ones at an antique place, or even If you go to Michael's, Joann's, anywhere of those places, you know, they have the little paper ones. You can use paper doilies and do it with that instead, or even just a shape. However you want to do it, it doesn't matter. It's all up to you. Just have fun with it, and as soon as I've attached everything, I'll show you the rest of it. So it's going to be bye-bye for a few minutes. Like a second for you, but probably an hour for me. Alrighty, so here it is, all finished. So I want there to be a little bit more light right here. Hopefully that won't cause any glare. Hope you can see it. There we are, all finished. So can you see that good, I hope? All the little things that we put on here. The only thing I changed was this. I moved the love to this side and my little pin to this side because my little heart was sticking in the wrong direction. But see how cute that is? It came out perfect. So now I'll open it all up for you so you can see how the card turned out in the end. So here's your little Cupies on your M&M's bag. And this that we made, and the things are on the inside. And then you've got your two big tags in the back, one with the lollipop, one without, and then the card. And here's the card. So there it is, all done. And then when you flip it over, it's got the little saying on the back. And that is the whole thing. I hope you guys really like this tutorial, and I hope that you really like this particular set here, because this is the one that I'm going to give away. All you have to do is leave a comment underneath the giveaway post that's on the blog, and the blog is posted, the link is at the bottom of this video. And just, you know, leave a comment, and on February 4th I will do a random drawing from all the comments for the person that's going to win. I'm doing it on February 4th, so there's plenty of time for it to get to you before the Valentine's Day, so you can give it to whoever you want to give it to, or keep it, whatever you want to do with it. I hope you really like this one, because that's why I picked it. Since we made it together, I'm going to do this one for the giveaway. So good luck everyone, and thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.